I'm gonna get her. Oh, there she is. Okay. Hey, Jen. And forgive me, Ron and Jen. I told Gene when he walked in that as soon as I was getting all this set up, my mouse quit working. So I'm doing all this on a trackpad. But anyway, thank you guys for coming to this short little tutorial on Canva. I wanted to start from like the very beginning when you log in, just so you guys can, kind of start from scratch if you've never used Canva before. I am not an expert in Canva, but I've used it now for about 1.5 years. So I'll kind of show you some tips and tricks that I do, kind of how to create something from scratch and utilize something, how to download something. So we'll kind of go through all aspects of Canva, but if there's something specific that you want me to hit on, just raise your hand or shout out and I'll touch on it if I know what you're talking about. So anyway, this is the login screen that you get if you've never used Canva before. It gives you several different ways that you can create a Canva account. And to utilize Canva, there's a free option, which is what you'll initially sign in on. And then they also have a pro option that costs just a little bit of money. I only use the free option, and you'll see some graphics that kind of are blocked when we get into something, and that'll let you know that if you only plan to use the free version, that you're kind of working with a template that's more of that pro version. So when you go to download it, it'll give you the option to kind of pay for whatever's in that template that's considered a pro edition. But I'll show you kind of how to work around that as well. So anyway, you can log in with Google, Facebook, Apple, or you can come down here where it says new to Canva and you can sign in that way as well. I just do Google because that's what I use my Gmail through. So, but feel free to, utilize whatever works for you. So once you get in here, then this is kind of like your dashboard on Canva. So you have some options where you can go to templates. You have some features, which I don't really ever mess with. You can learn kind of how to do some personal branding, social media. They have some pretty good videos or tutorial directions for that. And then your pricing. So as you can see, if you ever want to pay for Pro, I don't think it's too much. I don't know the exact dollar amount, but you can definitely go in here and look at different pricing options if you want to upgrade other than using this free account. And then over here, you got some recommended templates, which is everything kind of down below. And then you have all your designs. This is kind of your hub for everything that you make in Canva. So if like you started like creating something and say you get a client call or you have to go meet with clients, everything that you touch to create will be saved in all your designs feature. So if you have to walk away, don't stress out. Canva doesn't lose what you're working on, so you can come back later and pick up where you left off. You also have an option called shared with you. So you'll have an option when you make a graphic, you can share it through Canva as well. I don't personally mess with that. I just download everything and share it where I need to, but it does give you the option to share via the platform as well. And I'll kind of touch on that when I show you guys how I make something and how to do that. It also gives you like a brand kit. This is more for like businesses and like your personal brand. It gives you some tips and tricks on how to leverage your brand more. Again, not something that I mess with, but you can definitely play around with it and look at it. You can also create a team, so you can kind of share your account with whoever you want. Maybe it's your admin or whoever, and then they can kind of have access to your designs and vice versa. All of your folders, that'll again kind of take you to all of the designs that you've made. I don't personally put any of my designs in folders. I don't like organize it that way, but you can if you want to. And then you have your trash. So anything that you delete will go in this trash can folder. I guess what I want to start with is just kind of showing you guys how to like find templates. Canva is really good about like their search engine box. So like sometimes you can see some of my work searches or recent searches, like you can search culture, family, holiday, recruiting, like any kind of keyword that you can think of or that you're looking for. Try searching for it because you might be surprised at what templates come up. But you can also go over here if you're looking for something specific. You can either use this drop down menu or actually click on templates and find, something that you're looking for that maybe your keyword search didn't bring up. So you can do Facebook posts, Instagram stories. I mean, you guys can see my screen, but there is just a ton of things that you can create for free on Canva. Business cards, I mean, the sky's the limit. So anything that you can think of, including PowerPoint presentations and stuff like that, you can make all of that in Canva. So it's a really, really cool program. So for today, I'll just kind of do like a Facebook post as a generic something to play with so I can show you guys how to do that. So I'm just going to click on Facebook posts. I'm going to kind of scroll around and we'll just pick something generic. But as you can see, there's a lot of really cool templates in here. So if you find something that you really, really like and you just want to like slap your logo on it or whatever, which I'll show you how to do, but you can just pick something, slap your logo on it, download it. So it's really cool. The other thing, when you're in templates, as you can see, there's like little dollar signs on some of these. That means that those apply or have a pro feature to that template. So that means that if you're going to play with, like, say you really liked this one, but it's a paid one, you're going to know before you get into it to edit it and play around with it, that it's going to have some pro features to it. So there's going to be some sort of cost. If it's free, like you said, it'll show up like this as like a free template. So just pay attention to kind of what you're using and if it's free or if it's that pro service. So let's just do like this one. Oops, sorry. Somebody's coming in. So we'll just pick one that's free. It'll pull up once you click on it, it'll give you kind of some design details or whatever, but just click on use this template. And it's going to throw this template, and this is kind of your design hub that it throws you into, or at least that's what I call it. I don't know what the technical term is, but it throws you into an area where you can create and mold and shape and upload whatever you want to do. So it brings this up, and as you can see, like you can hover around. It kind of gives you some different things that you can click on, including some text box, different things like that. But first, I want to start over here with this menu. Okay, so you have your templates. This is everything that we were just looking at. So again, it just gives you some additional templates. Like say you got in there, you discovered that it wasn't a free template. You can scroll through the ones that you were already looking at right here in the hub and find something else that's more of what you're looking for. The next little tab is uploads. This is where you can upload your own personal images. So whether that be your company logo, your team logo, maybe it's your picture, anything that you've screenshotted or downloaded, you can upload here. As you can see, I have a lot of uploads. But for example, I have like our company logo, some balloons, just different things like that. So that's how you're going to upload images. And it's real easy to do. Just hit upload media. It gives you the option as well to use a Google Drive, your Dropbox, Instagram, Facebook. You can link all of that directly to your Canva account and pull it directly from those sources. I don't really link anything personally because I screenshot everything or download it. So I just go to device, which will be whatever's on your computer. Sorry. And let's just say I wanted to use like this screenshot. So I can just select it within your folders or your download folder on your computer, hit open, and it automatically starts uploading that image. You can see a little load bar here. It doesn't take but a couple seconds to load that image in. And if you want to use it after it's uploaded, you just click on it and boom, it puts it in that image for you. When you put an image in, you also have these kind of like effects up here. So you can make your transparency a little different, which means like you can make it look a little faded or full force. You also have like a position option in case you don't want to like click and drag. You can put it at the top, at the bottom, in the middle, whatever you want to there. And then you also have like effects. So you can make this have like some tones. That's a bad one to click on. Anything with a crown, by the way, is that pro feature. So that's that extra paid expense. But you can just play around with the effects. I've not messed with the effects. I don't usually do that, but just hit, connect or whatever it says, and it'll pixelate it or whatever. You also have filters, just kind of like Snapchat and Facebook. You can put different filters on it and then also adjust those filters, like however toned you want it to do, which is pretty cool. You can adjust the brightness, the tint of it. I mean, really, you just can get in here and play with however you want that image to look. And then you can also crop it. So anything that you want to do just by clicking and dragging, you can crop your images within that as well. And then you can also flip it. So horizontally, vertically, however you want that to go. So any questions on like uploading your own image or messing around with those images that you've uploaded? Awesome. Okay, next one is photos. So these are photos that Canva provides to you as well that you can use instead of uploading something. Again, this search box is really great. Has a lot of really good key features. So like say I wanted something with family, you can type in family and they have a ton of things on those photos for a family template. Again, pay attention to what's free and then what has these crowns for pro. That'll tell you if you're going to have to pay for it when you go to download it or not. And there's just a ton of them. So if you're looking for something specific, you know, just play around, use those keywords and scroll through and find something that you like that is either pro if you're a pro user or free if you're a free account user. I personally, in the year or two that I've been using this, I haven't found a reason personally to have pro. I'm sure maybe some of you have already been a pro user. I just know it gives you some extra images, some extra, you know, professional type stuff, but I really haven't felt the need to get pro. So don't feel like you need to have pro right away. I would just use it at the free version and figure out, you know, along the way if you need to upgrade to that. So anyway, that's photos. So you can pick any photo. Again, just by clicking on it, it'll put it in there for you. And if you want to, like, say you put it in there and you don't want it anymore, just hit delete with it selected and it'll pull it right back out. The next thing is elements. So again, Canva does a really great job of providing you with like lines, circles, shapes, stickers. You can even pull in, you know, like stars, you know, utilize those keywords again, like for whatever you're looking for. And it'll give you a lot of really cool things. Again, it'll have the crown if it's pro, and it'll be free if it's free. So utilize those elements if you really want to make an impact. If, like, say I put this line in, for example, and you want to change colors of it or make it bigger, smaller, just hit your color box right here. It gives you all kinds of colors here, but if you're not really finding a color that you want, just hit this rainbow feature, kind of pick the color that's close and, you know, like click around to find the color that you're actually looking for. You can also do like the weight of it. You can make it big, small, depending on what you're looking for. You can also change the type, like making it dotted or just a straight line. And then you can also add like an arrow to it, any other little dots or features that you want. So that's just kind of how to mess around with the elements. And again, you can do that with any of these. So you can change the color. Shapes are a little bit different. As you can see, it doesn't give you the option to, like, you know, change the width or anything, but you can change the transparency or the color, whatever you want. So that's more about elements. And again, this program is really great. So like if you throw something in, you can just delete it right back out. So don't be afraid to really get creative and play around with it. You're not going to hurt anything, and you can always start from scratch if you want. Let's see what else. Text boxes. So again, another really great feature. I don't think I've ever searched for a specific text because I don't know about you guys, but I don't know all the text names. Like I just look at what they offer. But you can do a big heading box, a subheading box, or a little box. And say, like, for example, that I picked a big heading box, but I wanted to do maybe a smaller one. Again, you can adjust your weight just like you do in Word. You can also make your text have color. You can italicize it, underline it, use upper cases, lower cases, adjust your spacing, add bullets if you want, or numbers. And again, you can also adjust your spacing between letters or between a line height. So you can, like if it had multiple lines to that text, I'll show you what I'm talking about when I say line. Like say I had multiple lines within that text field. If you do the line height, it'll separate those for you as well. You can also do effects, so you can make them have like bubble features, adjust the thickness, make it neon. I mean, really, you can really adjust your text however you want as well. Same with transparency. You can make your text kind of look like it's faded, just different things like that. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about when it comes to text box, because I've had this come up a couple times, is say you wanted to like create a newsletter and you wanted like a click here that takes it to a link. So if that's something that you want to do, you can definitely link your text box. So say I wanted to do like something that says click here because I want them to go somewhere. So just put in a text box, add your words. Sorry, guys, I'm working on a trackpad because my mouse quit working. So give me a second here. Not the best with this. Anyway, select your word or your text box that you had. Oops, I can select it. There we go. And then come up here to link. And like say I wanted to do like a YouTube video or something. I'm just going to pull one up for easiness. Like I'd find the video that I wanted, copy paste into this link box. And now you have a clickable link here that if they got this graphic or if you imported this graphic, they could actually physically click on it and it would take them to whatever you linked it to. So that's just kind of how you link different things. You can also link like Dropbox links if you can share via Dropbox or Google Drive as well. So that's just another really cool feature that Canva offers. Any questions about that? Any of that? If I'm going too fast, just tell me. The next thing is music. So again, I don't really mess with this, but it's definitely a cool feature. It looks like it's kind of all pro. I haven't really found any ones that are free. They do have a free feature. And again, I don't really see any, but you can put different music to your graphics too. Like say you create something that's animated, or has, different animated features on Facebook post or whatever, you can add music to that as well. So you can play around with that if you want to. Videos, this is really cool too. It gives you some pretty cool graphics or videos. Like this one's free. So if I wanted to add like something that moved, these fireworks, for example, you can do that too. You can adjust it. Again, change the transparency of it, whatever you want to do. You can also make it like a complete background if you want by just stretching it out. And you can adjust the time frame. So like say I only wanted to do this like for 3 seconds instead of a full 10 seconds, you can snip your time frame of that video clip as well. Does that make sense? Cool. Background, pretty self-explanatory, but again, it just gives you a lot of really cool background options. You can come in here and it's not going to take any of your text or anything away if you just kind of play with it, but just kind of, select the ones that you're looking for. You can also search backgrounds, like say, again, I wanted to find something that had to deal with family. Just search it. Family was a bad example. Lake, just whatever you're kind of looking for your keywords. But backgrounds are pretty cool. And they have really, really great templates for free. Why can't I go back? Sorry, guys. Oh, there we go. They have really great templates for free. And if you just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and looking at all the different options that they have, you'll find ones that are pro too. But a lot of them are really cool, even for free versions. So don't be afraid to mess around with backgrounds. And again, you can address, your crop. You can animate it. So say I wanted to make that background animated, just hit animate and click around and see kind of how you want the whole graphic and your text boxes to come up. And you can always animate them. So again, Canva for free. Let's see what else. Folders. So this is where you would go to create your folders within Canva. So if you wanted specific folders, like say you wanted, a seller folder, a buyer folder, however you want to organize it, you can just go to folder here and create a folder. Again, this is a pro feature though. I don't really utilize it. I don't organize it there. I just organize it when I download it on my computer or whatever. But you definitely can have folders on Canva. And then it also has this more feature, which is pretty cool. So you can have emojis. You can just click on emojis. It'll give you a lot of different emojis. You can connect it to Giphy. So if you wanted to do like a fun GIF, you could put in a GIF if you want and put graphics around it, anything like that. Those are pretty cool. Let's see here. You can link your Facebook. You can have a QR code that's scannable. Google Drive, Instagram, just anything like that. I don't really know what these are, but you can play with them. And then another cool thing is like you can do YouTube videos, Flickr, Bitmojis, different things like that. Like I know if you guys are like a Snapchat user at all, like Bitmoji is kind of popular on Snapchat where you have your own little like cartoon character. But anyway, so you can link all of those too, or find additional things to add to your graphics in the ellipsis here under more. So you guys have any questions on this menu?
That Pixabay that you had on that last screen, that is uncopyrighted pictures.
Oh, cool.
So
yeah, see, I've never known that.
Yeah, no copyrights. I learned it on one of the other programs, but I went to download the program, and it seems like they're having some problems with the app.
Oh, okay.
So I think if you wanted more pictures, you could probably just type in uncopyrighted pictures, and there's all different sites that do have them.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that you can like download and then upload to Canva. Oh, cool. Yeah, learn something new every day. That's awesome. Okay, any other questions on this menu or comments? Something I didn't know? All right. So again, when you're messing with this, with your graphic, like say I wanted to, like change up the text box, just select it, change it up, whatever you want to say. You can also, like, say I didn't want this list. You can just select it, get rid of it, add a new list, whatever. So really, it's just sky's the limit as far as how you guys want to create it. The other thing I wanted to point out is it does give you a lot of different text options. But again, pay attention to, like, the crowns for the pro service. But there is a lot of really cool different text that you can use. You can make them bigger and stuff, like I said earlier. But that's a pretty cool feature. And then if you wanted to change like the square color here, like say I didn't want this green, just select it. And again, pick the different color that you're kind of looking for, whatever that might be. And then I guess that's creation. So say like I wanted to, these things up here. You can also add notes. That only you can see if like you're working on something like a newsletter or whatever, and you want to remember where you picked up and left off, you can notate it to yourself. You can also duplicate the page. So take it and make it a second one. And then you can also add just another generic page below to do a different graphic underneath. Like say you wanted to do like a coaster, you can make it front and back. When you go to print it, you can do a presentation, like I said, slide by slide, whatever that might be. So that's an easy way to do that. And if you accidentally hit it or whatever, just hit delete and it's gone. So that's kind of how you can duplicate, add different things to make it kind of a presentation or a slideshow or whatever you're trying to do. So say like I was done with everything that I wanted to fix on this graphic, and I was ready to download it. So you have this option up here to publish to Facebook. If you linked your Facebook, you can just directly publish to Facebook from that point. Because remember, I picked a Facebook post, so that's why it's kind of giving me that option. Or you can just hit this download button. And you can pick how you want that file. So if I wanted a JPEG, a PNG, maybe just a PDF, maybe if I had some video to it or some sound to it, I definitely recommend the MP4, or a short clip or a GIF. So you can pick kind of how you want that to download as far as your file type. And then just hit download and it'll directly download to your computer. It'll be in your downloads folder on your computer. Some of these, when you download them, like it'll come up with, the template funny name, like this one's like Salmon New Year or whatever. You can just go into your download folder, right click and hit rename and rename it whatever you want. Sometimes when I'm fast making graphics, like I don't even rename them. I just use them and delete them, so whatever your preference is. But that's just how you download. One other thing I wanted to show you about downloading. So let's just say that I used a paid version and I didn't know about it. Okay. So like say I picked something and I didn't know it was paid, but I edited it anyway. As you can see, it'll give you this like Canva and this like chalkboard, like chessboard type graphic behind it. That's going to be how you know that you're using something that you have to pay for on Canva with that pro feature. So say, I messed around with this and I went to download it. It's going to tell me that I have something, whatever that is in that image. And it's like right now, if I want to download it, it's going to cost me $1. So just pay attention to that. And it'll give you the option to remove watermarks. That's going to take you to upgrade to that pro feature, or you can just delete it. This is what I do. I just delete it if it's a pro image. And like I come down here and I just search in either photos or elements for a heart. Oh, that's a bad example because I just gave you another Canva one. Sorry. But I'll look for like something that's free instead. And then I'll just mess around with it, get it where I want it. And now you can hit download again and you'll see that you don't have a cost to that now. Does that make sense? So if you find something like that, just delete it out of that graphic, find something that you like that's more suitable and free. Or you can find it on Google or like Jean was saying through that great Pixabay for the no copyright. Just find whatever it is, upload it and put it in there and save yourself the money. So do you guys have any questions? I know I went kind of fast, but I'm trying to keep these short for you guys too. So
Kayla, I've got a quick question. If you use the video feature, do you have to download it in an MP4 format in order for it to animate?
Okay, that's a really great question. So some of mine that I've done that have had kind of an animation to them. Let me see if I can find one here. This is a great one. So I made this one, and like as you can see, these little check marks are blinking and stuff, which means that it's kind of like a video format. I've had, like, you can definitely do the MP4 video, which will also upload to like Facebook and stuff as a video. But you can also, I've had luck with just doing a GIF, which is most of the time what I do for Facebook posts or any social graphics that have a little bit of animation, and it just kind of keeps it a little bit shorter. But if you were doing something or creating something for like a YouTube video or something along those lines, I would definitely recommend your MP4 format. So does that answer your question?
Yep, certainly does. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Anybody else got any questions?
I have something.
Yeah.
So I have used this a lot with direct sales, and there's a feature that I really like that maybe as I talk to you, you can show them how to do it.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to use multiple photos of your own, like say you want to show all your sales from the month of December. So if you go to Facebook posts and then get a blank canvas, and then you're going to scroll down to elements.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, see where that says frames and it has the sky and the, yes. So if you click on one of those, any of them, you can move that around on your page. Okay, so there's another one, perfect. And Maybe
I
add
know
one more.
exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, maybe add one more frame like you were doing. Have you done this before, Kaylin?
Yeah, I know exactly. This is a great
Okay.
suggestion.
So you want to upload your 3 houses that you sold in December. Then you're going to go to your uploads and you're going to have your 3 houses that you sold, and you can drag them over to each. If you drag it, there you go.
And kind of
then you can
hover
have,
over it. Yeah.
yes, because otherwise if you're trying to put multiple photos that you've uploaded, it won't do it. You need to have those frames with the sky and the grass to be able to do that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I use this a lot when I want to do multiple photos of my own on an image. So just what she did, it just puts them all on there and then edit everything else just like she said. But I find that really helpful.
You can
FYI.
also, like, say you wanted, say it didn't like throw it in there exactly how you wanted it, just hit crop and then you can adjust your image as well. But that's
Like
a really good thing, Jen.
Yeah,
Thank you.
because sometimes you'll want to put your face on a just sold, and then you'll want to put your logo. And sometimes layering all those photos, they don't like each other. And so you kind of sometimes have to use that feature. So
Right.
helpful
And
hint.
there's a ton of really cool photo elements too. Like you can have this computer one. I mean, they have really cool features. Here's another like phone one. So you can just mess around with these as well. But thank you for bringing that up, Jen. That was great. Any questions on photos like that? And again, I'm just hitting delete on my keyboard. It'll delete the photo first and then hit delete again to delete that photo thing. Who else? Anybody else?
How about the go over the creative design button up there on the right side where you create your own?
Oh, create your own. Yeah, so again, it's kind of like that template option. If you do a creative design, you just have different, as you scroll through, different template options. So like say I want to do a presentation, just hit that. It'll give you blank ones to start with. And then again, you have all these features over here. So say you just did a blank template and then wanted to look through templates over here, you can do it that way. But that's kind of a quick way to get a blank of something.
And what it also does is they're already sized. See when she's doing that? It shows the sizes on the outside.
8 by 5 times 11.
So like Instagram, you can only have a certain size image to put on Instagram compared to what you can put on Facebook or what you can put on Twitter. So
yeah, like here's an Instagram story. So that's kind of their max limit.
It's already got you what you have to have, and then you just have to put it in there.
Mm-hmm. Which makes it really convenient too, because it works all through a cross-platform basis. Anybody else?
Good.
All right. Good. Well, if you guys think of anything, please reach out to me and let me know. If you need any help designing anything, please reach out to me and let me know. I'll feel free to send it to me. I'll play with it too if you're having any struggles. But the best advice I can give you about Canva is to get in there and play, because it is so fun. It really is an amazing platform for free. It will really help you kind of stay away from Design Center. That's a little bit more convoluted of a program to use, and it all is cross-linked. So, I mean, it's just a really amazing program, and I really encourage everybody to get in there and utilize it and play with it. It'll really up your game as far as showing your properties, communicating with clients, just whatever you can think of. So awesome. Reach out to me, guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks, Kaylin.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.